Hi, we're going to learn a little bit about the Tidyverse, and I'm going to show you how to install it on your computer, and we're going to do some gentle coding with it that I'm going to get straight from the book, R for Data Science. Remember, the link is all through the course, so just find the one that you want to use, and you can have this version. I have a printed copy of it, but I will tell you it changes some, so I prefer, if I'm going to use it, I come to the website. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Okay, so the first thing you can read about how it wants you to install it. I'm going to show you another way. So let's do this. So I can go here to, I don't know if you saw that. If I go down here, files, plots, packages. Look, if I do plots, files, what I'm going to do is go to packages and do install, and I'm going to do Tidyverse. I just type it in and it comes up right here, and I hit install. And I say, yep, you can do that. So it's going to restart my R for me, which is fine. And then look, it installed the Tidyverse for me, okay? And it's doing that for me. And it installs a few packages. It installs ggplot2, the Tibble package, the tidyr, the readr, the purrr, the dplyr, the stringr, and for cats. These are packages that they use in R, or excuse me, in the Tidyverse. So, okay, so now I've installed it, and now I want to find it, or I want to call to it. So I can do library and do this in new Tidyverse. Okay, and then I hit enter. And then if I go look over here, it clicked everything in the Tidyverse for me where I didn't have to go click it, if you see. And then if I go down here, readr, purrr, and then Tidyverse. So it got everything for me. Okay, I did this in the console terminal. Now I'm going to go back up and I'm going to start an R markdown so I have some reference of what I'm doing. One of the first thing it wants you to do, I'm going to go back here, is we're going to play with a data set called MPG. And it tells me here, MPG contains observations from the United States Environmental Protection Agency on 38 models of car. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to kind of look at my data to see what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna copy and paste this code here. So I'm gonna copy it. So I don't know if you, I'm gonna, oops, that, oh, look. And if I click on it, look where it took me. It took me to tell me about the data set. That's kind of cool that it does that. So I'm going to go back here to the book and I'm going to highlight over it. I'm going to do I don't want all of it. I'm going to do Control C to copy it. And then I go here and I'm going to put it up here, Control V to paste it. And then I'm going to do knit. Okay, and again, it's writing me that process. And look, okay, it put it on a Word doc for me. This is kind of hard to see. So one thing that I've noticed that I do with the layout on my things is I make the layout narrow. So see how pretty it is? So all I did is in my Word doc, I went to the layout, margins, and I made it narrow. Okay, so what can I see here? So this shows me that my data is in the format that I wanted. So I've got a tibble, which really is a snapshot of my data. So if I look here, it's showing me the first 10 rows, and then it tells me I have 224 more rows. So that means altogether I have 234 rows of data. The manufacturer, which is a CHR, we talked about that before, that's a character data. So that means it's a word. So for the first 10 rows, I see Audi. And then it gives me the model. And again, that's a character. And it tells me it's an A4. And then there's some here that are A4s, but a different model. And then it's got DISPL. I think that's the, I don't know. I used to be a car person. I think it's just telling me like a 2 liter, a 1.8 liter, those kind of things. And it's saying it's a DBL. So that's telling me that's what that one is. Year is an integer. Cycle is an integer. Transmission is a character because it's either automatic, manual. Drive tells me what kind of drive it is, like front wheel or four-wheel drive. City is an integer, and it tells me the miles per gallon in the city. This gives me miles per gallon in the highway. And then I'm not sure what P is, but then the class tells me, is it compact? Is it bigger? Is it an SUV? Those kind of things. So again, if I wanted to learn more about my data set, oops, let's go here. I can click on here and go look at it. And I would always say, yeah, you want to do that. Oh yeah, and here it is. This one was engine size and liters. So I was good. Okay. But again, if you don't know, you want to check out what your data is. So again, here I'm showing you in the book, these columns are my variables and down the side are my rows. If you've ever worked with Excel, this is how they lay out the data in Excel, okay? Tidyverse likes you to use this kind of data because it can do more with that data. Okay, so we're going to keep going down and we're going to do this one next, but I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to Tidyverse.